It all comes down to this, my friends. Can we cap off an amazing season with the FAI Ford Cup title against, of course, our rivals, UCD? We're playing at the Aviva Stadium, which we should be comfortable with because we've made that amazing Europa League run. My friends, we have signed some players to extensions, but as you heard there in the intro, we have signed Gary Hayes Ward. He comes in at the end of the season. It is a massive amount of money, 110 grand, but I feel like he is worth it. He is the partner that Wilkinson needs. He plays a target man. He can play other roles just based off the attributes. Probably more of a pressing forward than an advanced forward, but he's got the pace and stamina to do the advanced forward. His best role is going to by far be the 6'3", 15 jumping reach, 14 heading target. Man, would that change how we play? I'm not sure. Would we play a 4-4-2? I'm not sure. Haven't even thought that through, but we needed somebody else to go with Wilkinson in case Wilkinson goes down and to give him a partner in crime. So we've given him the partner in crime on a key player contract. It's quite, well, what hasn't showed up? Contract offer. Here it is. $725 a week, 2.7K signing fee, 2.5 to the agent. We're paying Limerick 110, so hopefully that'll help Limerick. Maybe they can reinvest it in the club and work their way back up to the Premier Division. €10 appearance fee, 95 goal bonus, 2 unused substitute, which is never going to happen most likely. 2.1K if he scores 20 goals, and another 525 if he scores 25. If you score that many goals, have at it. And a 5% sell-on fee. It's a 2-year deal. I think it's a massive coup for the club. It's a lot of money. But really, when you look at it, that's a drop in the bucket from a wage budget standpoint. It's dropped our transfer budget down. We originally had 118, so we spent all of it. But really, right, like, we could easily go, we've got money to spend, right? So we've got money to spend. We have to determine if we want to use some of that in the scouting budget instead. I think it's a massive, massive signing for the club. Let me run you through some of the other signings here. We have re-signed McGuinness on a 1-year deal on a rotation to $275 a week, because we've not identified. I can't find another keeper. Maybe we loan somebody in. We're going to be looking to do that in the offseason. Go sniffing around to see if we can find, maybe a premier team or a championship team or somebody. Like, I think Cork City's goalkeeper this year was from Serie A. Can we find somebody to come in? I'm not sure why his credibility has dropped, to be completely honest with you. He's done an all right job. 51 conceded and 36. Doesn't sound great. He's only had 4 clean sheets, but we do play that. We have been playing a lot of aggressive high line, like that. And he played a 6.94 in the Europa League. Like, I don't think you can ask for much more. So I'm happy to keep him, bring him back. We have re-signed Wiltshire on a backup contract, $300 a week. I think he's done a good enough job, and we do need some midfield depth. 6.74 in league play. I'm okay with it. He's got the attributes for what we want to play him as. He could play the central midfielder on defend, but I like him on the ball-winning midfielder better. Connor Lang has signed a 1-year extension on a backup contract, $275 a week. He has, look at this, right? He has been clutch. Aside from the Europa League, okay, fair. But in league play, 16 starts, 10 subs with 10 goals and 2 assists. He has been clutch when we have needed him. Hugh Douglas has won the Irish Personality of the Year. I don't even really know what that means. It did say in my inbox afterwards, he dedicated the award to me and says I was the key reason for his consistent form. His consistent form was 23 starts, 3 subs on a 6.77. I'm not sure if that means much, but whatever. Gavin Wilkinson is back. I'm a little nervous about this. I'm not going to lie. I'm hoping it's just like residual from the injury and he'll work his way back up. And he was in the team of the year as one of the 2 starting strikers in the 4-4-2. Like, it shows that to you. We have taken a week off and then gotten back into training. So the match sharpness has dropped a fuzz. I was afraid of injuries, right? So we just said, like, hey, chill out. McGlade is pulled up with a bruised shoulder, which, you'd think he could play. He's kind of fallen off a little bit, from a rating or an attribute standpoint. So he is going to most likely miss out. We're going to start on the bench. Pierce Kavanagh, Connor Lang, Houlihan, Buckley, who's not sharp at all, Eric, who's not Erich, I should say, who is not sharp at all, but he can cover the left back and center back. Hugh Douglas covers the right back and center back. So it gives us a little more flexibility here. Everybody else, aside from Zach O'Neal, is as with Matt Sharp and Wilkinson, of course. That's how we line up, my friends. We are going to be most likely offering Darren Walsh a contract full-time. He has finally reached 6 concentration and 7 composure. He's done fantastic in training. He's still down there, right? But like if we lose Tierney's below him. We got Adeyinka. Maybe do we offer him? I don't know. We do have a ton of center backs. Maybe we're to the point where we could like loan out Adeyinka, right? Like get him he has extended his contract. It doesn't say it yet. He's signing it at the end of the season. But he's done all right. He's 20. He's got potential. That's how we line up, my friends. I don't think Fitzgerald's going to sign, even though I might still offer him. I would be glad to have him back, but he kind of hates me. So we may be a little light in midfield. I feel like we've got the attacking midfield locked down with O'Reilly, and then we have, what's his face? Scott Kelly is an okay replacement. We got Brandon Gilmore and McGlade as our attacking options. Wilkinson, and then obviously Gary coming in. Our back line, we've got our left back and right back, and we've got a whole host of center backs. Wiltshire, O'Neal, Buckley, and Houlihan are kind of our options. I'd like to find one more to come in. Ledwidge is going to get a contract. I think he's got good enough potential to leave him. Or he's already on a contract. Never mind. All that to say, my friends. All that to say. Oh, and one thing. We promoted our sports scientist to head of sports science. He wanted a massive raise, and we just said, fine. That's fine. That's fine. So we're looking for another one. Everybody else pretty much got 25 or 50 a week raises. We've kept them all, except Anthony Hayes wanted something like 600 a week. I'm really, really not happy with him, to be honest with you. He's a good coach, but he's now spent 13 grand of our money on Continental Pro license, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to keep him. So it's kind of like, mate, that's just highly irritating, to be honest with you. So off we go. We have worked on set piece delivery, attacking free kicks, and attacking corners. Dominic Bernard has signed an extension. Zach O'Neal has signed an extension. Oh, we already knew about those. These are the ones that are, it's technically the end of the season, so it's showing those to us. But we've got everybody locked in. Houlihan can play. O'Neal, okay, we don't have anybody. Wilkinson, only 45 minutes. So that's a bit of a concern, but that's why we've got Kavanaugh and Lang. I do want to get Wilkinson in. He should be able to, he's recovered. He's just not Matt Sharp. So come on, boys. It's UCD. Of course it's UCD. We could cap off an amazing season. Even with, okay, I guess the transfer hasn't gone through. We got 757 in the bank. Let's just go back for a second. If we win this, 73 grand. I mean, that pays for a good chunk of the transfer anyway, right? Right? Team selection. Let's go back. I didn't see this. They're favored. Of course they are, slightly. That makes a whole lot of no sense. And of course, maybe it's because they're in excellent form. Well, they didn't have, 6 games or 4 games in 6 days. Like we dropped some points. It's fine. They're in excellent form. But my friends, they have survived the relegation playoff. They did have to play Bray Wanderers. And they were able to come through that with like a 4-1, I want to say. I could look it up, but why would we do that? So they just barely missed out on getting straight relegated, right? We're in second. We have almost double the points of them. I'm just saying, I'd put the money on us. That's all I'm saying. I'd put the money on us. Passionate. Go out there and win this for the team. Yes! I haven't seen that option in quite some time. The fans pay your wages. That in the Europa League. But yeah, the fans pay your wages. Let's go win it for them. He's one of the biggest talents for his age I've ever worked with. He's got absolutely everything. That is over the top, but we are going to say it about Zach O'Neal. Come on, lads. Come on. That's why we're starting him. We could have started Houlihan or Buckley, but we're starting Zach freaking O'Neal because I believe in him. Do you believe in him? T-shirts. Let me know. Let me know. A little foulage. A little foulage. It's fine. It's fine. And immediately it's a free kick for us. Set piece delivery. Okay. From the training ground. Hey, that was a great delivery, apparently, according to the commentary at the bottom. I don't know if I believe it, but we'll take it. Come on, boys. Are we on extended highlights? Oh! Madden takes it square in the jaw. I like it. I like it. Strong. Oh, I forgot to... Yes, play for set pieces. We have been practicing them, so I'm good with gegenpressing, and then if we have to take a corner or a free kick, that's fine. That's fine. I want us to try and score, but if we get a free kick, fan-freaking-tastic. Here we go. Gilmore, free kick. That's not what it looked like in training, mate. That's not what we were doing. That's not what we were doing, okay? Get it on frame. Oh, no. We didn't practice set-piece defense. So, ooh, Captain Jack flicks it away. Who's chasing? Is that Madden? O'Neal and Madden were chasing that down. Well, I can feel my blood sugar being a little bit low. Haven't eaten as much today. I should probably go get something before I pass over. Wouldn't that be? That'd be quite the episode. I scouted him. He's got like 4 determination. He's... Get off that. Boys, we have been the better... We've had more shots. They're picking up yellows, my friends. They're picking up yellows. We're going to close them down. You know, maybe it's that inside forward action where they're having to defend. They've got yellows forever. We scouted Michael Moore. He didn't want anything to do with us. We pick up a yellow. Lovely stuff, lads. Come on. You're telling me the team that almost got relegated is going to beat the second place team at full strength. I'm just saying. I think it's a little unrealistic. But, you know, they got a set piece. Fair play to them. We're going to go attacking. Forget this positive stuff. McGinnis collects. Now we're even on shots on target. Here we go. Long throw into Collins. Okay. Do you really want to play it to your center back? Wilkinson with his 15 finishing, but he's not Matt Sharp, just skies it. No one's here. 3,400 fans, it said. Obviously not a sellout. 51,000 seater. Is it the unfamiliar confines? We should be more familiar with than UCD. I don't think UCD plays. That would be amazing if they did. They don't play at the Aviva Stadium. Come on, boys. This is not good enough. Support, attack. Okay, we're doing our regular thing. Gilmore is going to pick up a yellow. Referee's been busy. He's been busy. No, don't. We didn't make any. I don't like that it does that. When you click on tactics, I didn't make a single change. I just looked at something. And it's like, yeah, you want to make changes? It's like, what changes? Oh, goodness. Look at the cards. I mean, he's trying to control the game, I guess, the referee is. Come on, boys. Get it right before the half. Give us the belief that we want. Madden chips it forward. Wilkinson, not Matt Sharp. Can't get to it. We're bringing in Connor Lang, my friends. Oh, don't get sent off. Oh, of course. We're leaving it like this. We'll put deep line playmaker for O'Reilly rather than advanced playmaker so that he doesn't run into the inside forward. Show me something else. Maggots. All right. Connor Lang is coming in. I should have talked to the yellow cards, but I didn't. Because I'm flustered and I'm hungry. Playing F, it's like going grocery shopping when you're hungry. Bad idea. And playing FM, I'm like, let's just get through this so I can go have something to eat. I thought we were going to win this game, boys. We're playing attacking. I don't care. I don't even care. Oh, O'Neal, okay. Oh, send him off. Send him off. Make it even. Come on. Referee. Yes. Here we go. Now it's 10v10. The momentum is swung back at the beginning of the second half. It's thrown in. Captain Jack can't get to it, but O'Neal! Oh, he hits the post. Run, Madden. Run. Crosses. Why did you cross? Why did you cross when you could have done something here? Oh! Come on, boys. Bernard, why are you anxious, mate? Why are you anxious, mate? Come on! Oh, Brandon's on a 6.3. Gilmore's on a 6.4. O'Neal's on a 6.2. It's not the best, lads. It's a 4-2-3 versus... Are we doing the exact same thing? come on, boys. We've been working on set pieces. Gilmore chunks it in. Nobody there. O'Neal. I've not had a 10v10 game in a while, so I'm not sure how to adjust for it. Brandon. Poor mate. We've had 10 shots, only 2 on target. We're pausing. We're pausing. We're gonna switch it up. Hello? We're gonna try and switch it up here. You're going to come over here as a winger. I'm just thinking gegenpressing against 10 is probably a little more challenging. Oh, we don't have a right winger. I mean, he can do it. You can do it, mate. I believe in you. We're going to have to take Zach O'Neal off. He's not done it. Houlihan's going to come in. We're now going to put O'Reilly on the advanced playmaker because that's what he does. Bernard. I can't bring in the German. That's at 52% match sharpness, can I? But we are going to play attacking control, so let's try that. Maybe we can get another one of them sent off because we're playing a little bit slower pace. Or maybe that's a bad idea and we should just run at them. But I'm hoping hold on. To work the ball in the box. Maybe that'll help us out. Are we going to lose 10v10? 1-0? Come on, boys. Bernard. Now we've confused them. They're like, they're slowing down. Shouldn't they be pressing us and trying to win the ball back? And we're like, yeah, it's fine. We're just playing control. Gilmore comes down. He's got Bernard. He hands it off. There you go. Back to Gilmore. A little 1-2 action. Crosses in! Oh, Brandon with the left foot. Swinger. I thought he was going to get it in. Oh, okay. Highlight. We're going very attacking. We're going to make a sub, I think. We're going to put Pierce Kavanagh up top with Lang. We're going to go some kind of asymmetric. Uh-oh. Well, my friends, it was a good run. I still think sometimes Football Manager just hates you. Actually, I don't want to cancel. I just want to go back. Watch this. We're going to take Gilmore off instead. We're going to put you here. We're going to put this here. I'm going to do all this. We're not going to get a single highlight. You know that's coming, right? You can tell. Yeah, that's what I thought, lads. I don't want control. I want us going for it. Where's the going for it option? Do we really? I don't think we want to get stuck in it. That's going to lead to a sending off. So we have lost in the final to our rivals who have 53% of the points we have this season. Unless we can work some magic. O'Reilly cuts in. Why did he lay it off? Why did you lay it off, mate? You were 1-on-1 with the keeper. Madden, are you just gonna... You're just thinking about it. O'Reilly. Oh, come on. You know, it's one of those days when you've intentionally worked on those types of set pieces and nothing's doing. Nothing doing, my friends. We're just gonna... Oh, I can't believe... I'm not upset. I'm just excited we signed that striker, to be honest with you. This would have been nice. It gives us some motivation for next season, I guess. We already won the Europa League spot. But to go down against UCD like that is just unfreaking believable. Like, unfreaking believable. Look at him dancing. Stupid dancing. I am gonna say I'm far from pleased. We're not gonna do extra training, boys. We've had a month. We've had quite the month. $48.66. I mean, It would have been nice to be at 850 grand with the extra 30 grand on for winning it, but you know, I'm just gonna warn him. I'm not. That's fine. He is under pressure here. Feels his board has lost confidence in him. He's on $2 grand a week. Cabinteely's getting a steal. We only paid out 3.2K. Lovely. Lovely. All right, my friends. I got to go do something. And then we will come back and take a look at the squad and the signings of the season, all that. So if you didn't vote in the last one, make sure you vote now. And then let's find out who it is. That's going to bother me. But again, now it gives us something to drive for next season. Let's go. All right, here we go. Had some apple. Got some scalding hot pizza that we reheated. I'm telling you everything about everything. What's not to love about this channel? Let's go. Overall best 11. Gavin Houlihan. Okay, he's a backup, substitute, whatever. Wiltshire. Wilkinson. Wilkinson doesn't break the top 2. I guess he needs more time with the club, okay? Dominic Bernard has replaced Powell on the left back. I think that's a good shout. That's interesting. Tommy Tierney, starting 11, and we're about to let him go. I mean, he had one season. I mean, 28, 14, and 14, right? Starts and subs on a 6.52 is not anything to write home about. 25 and 4 on a 6.82 is okay. It's not like he had a ton. He didn't even have a player of the match. He did it in a non-competitive, but 1 assist in a cup and 1 assist in the league. And then this season, not as much, right? 6.72. So that's interesting that he's still, you know, top of the pop. Top of the pop? Top. Ignore me. I think we're gonna let Tommy go. He just hasn't improved. Like if you give me the option between Tommy and Walsh, I'm taking Walsh. Even though he covers right back, but now we have 2 right backs, right? And he just 6, 10, and 9 here on the key things that you need. And then his composure is a 5. It hurts because I thought he was going to be like he and Adeyinka were going to be the ones, and then we've kind of, you know, accelerated a little bit. And I like Adeyinka, and I think he'll stick around to be an option. But right when you look at it, we got Collins now, Captain Jack, Douglas, Joe, who's, you know, assuming he can come back from the broken ankle. Now that may impact him, right? We got Frank the Tank. Is that the German Tank? Adeyinka. We got Walsh, who's already on that. You just saw it there. He's better than Tierney by a fuzz, and he's improving, and he's younger. I just feel it just hurts. Like he's like the first one of the OGs that we would be like, okay, it's time for you to go. Kind of like with Waters and Klukas. I think they're gone too, but that's because of age. Well, Klukas is not. Klukas is because he's 23. So Waters is because of age. Klukas is just, he had one good season when you look at it, right? Like, this is a pretty good season. 15 starts, 7 subs, 7 goals on a 6.88 in the league, and then 31 and 1 with 18 goals on a 7.10, kind of like the pinnacle. And then 8, 9, and 3 with a 6.64. He just hasn't been as good. And his potential in comparison to the rest of the squad has dropped, so I just can't justify keeping him, is what it feels like. But that hurts too. So Waters doesn't hurt as much because it's kind of like, mate, it's time. Like, you're starting to fall apart physically. You don't have the determination. Your technicals are okay. You did a job for us. You're not an original Cabo player, although you've been here quite some time. We appreciate everything that you've done for us, especially considering, what is it? He is an icon. So we're going to be letting an icon go. But we get to keep Zach O'Neill and Gavin Wilkinson, who are favorite personnel. So maybe that's okay. I am a little worried about what's going to happen from a fan standpoint if we let Marty walk, or what the team thinks, because from a dynamic standpoint, right, hierarchy, he used to be a team leader. He's now highly influential, right? If you look at this, the only players that don't have an opinion of me are the relatively no ones. Joe, come on, Joe. I mean, you get injured, so maybe that's why. But then Frank, who's like brand new, so that's fine. Everybody else loves us. So that's kind of gutting, right? End of season awards, though. Gavin freaking Wilkinson. If that wasn't your guess, I don't know what to tell you. Dominic Bernard, I think that's a bit of a surprise. And Gilmore, goal of the season, not going to watch it. Josh Collins, signing of the season. And then Anthony O'Reilly. These are my youth prospects that I signed them right at the end of the trial, so that's why it shows up this way. You don't think Gavin, a month later, was the signing of the season? I mean, maybe it's because we got Josh for free and Gavin was expensive, but friends, Josh has got 24 appearances on a 6.93, 8 in the Europa League on a 6.39. He did great. Like, I'm not, and he had 2 assists. He had 2 assists and 2 goals. That 1 assist, I still think about. Wilkinson has 26 starts in league, 8 in the Europa League, 2 subs, 18 goals here, 6 in the Europa League, a 7.11 and a 7.38. How is he not the signing of the season? If he's the player of the season, how is he not the signing of the season? I'm not sure about that. And then Anthony O'Reilly with the young player of the season. He's quite tasty. If we can just keep loaning him and not pay for him, he's essentially a member of the team. We're just not paying for him. And that's kind of nice. Season review. We were in first there for a bit and it fell off. That's something the board said. There was something in here about, hold on. Where was it? It was essentially like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Because we were in first at one point. I'm like, we are 750 to 1 odds, remember? And we finished second, and we made a heck of a run, and we were like 1 own goal away from getting to the Europa League group stage. We're at 55% full average attendance. That's nice. Now I wonder if is that just league play? Does it count the Europa League when we were not even at our stadium and, you know, selling more than 2,000 tickets because that's the max we can sell? 3rd highest players used. That's what we do. If you're new to my channel, that's what I do. I play lots of players. We rotate. End of season meeting, confidence review, preseason start date. I think, okay, we can do 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. I think I want to give them a break because they did well. We started on the 16th. It's really about just getting the match sharpness, right? We don't need to go do the money league at this point, right? We can try. We could generate, like, if we can get like big teams to come, I'm totally open to doing that. But we're not desperate for money. I'm afraid of how they might garage door. I'm afraid of how they might react. I mean, it's like November, December. They get 2.5 months off. I think that's enough. We don't need to come back on 5 weeks, but 3 weeks is a little short, I think. So we'll do 4 weeks. After that, the end of season run, I think that's completely justified. Like, that's last year. It's like, that doesn't look right. There was a lot more blue. I mean, just look at this, right? August, grinding it out. September, making up those games. October, in particular. So I think it's fair to say, guys, go kick back. Take some time. Come back better than ever. Let's go. End of season team meeting. I'm so nervous about these. I'm going to show it to you. Passionate. Good break. Fully refreshed. Aiming to win the title next round. Maybe. I think that's a little ambitious. I think we can qualify for the Europa League. Same level ambition. Top. Yeah. Europa League. Passionate. Yes. Yes, lads. That's all. Oh, Dylan McGlade. We probably should just cut him. Dylan McGlade sits at home, right? We don't even ever bring him. He's like the emergency backup left back on a appearance only contract. So he doesn't cost us anything. But he's got 8 determination. I'm thinking we just cut him for that standpoint. But it's like he's gotten probably a Europa League group stage like in his history. Like he was on the team that went to the Europa League. He's on the team that qualified. You know, like he's done nothing in like a couple seasons. Same thing with John O'Neill. I just think that's kind of hilarious. Stephen Fitzgerald still hates us. Lucas Kuka sees the writing on the wall. Marty Waters is... Oh, did I just set expectations that they're all coming back? That's not what I intended, boys. we'll have to see how that goes. But that's where we're at, my friends. Let me show you the we'll just take one look at the squad here. As you might imagine, Gavin Wilkins at 29-1. Doesn't assist much. But again, if you're playing mostly 4-2-3-1, you know, he might have those wingers or inside forwards there to assist too, but it's his job to score. So I'm not worried about the lack of assists because he scored 29 goals, okay? It turns out, I'm curious, those of you who saw that the transfer window episode leading this, where I was like, I'm worried how you're going to react because we spent 97 grand. I think it paid off. 29 goals, 3 rounds of the Europa League. We are now 800 grand in the black. The risk was worth the investment, although I was quite nervous about it. Connor Lang with 13 on, I mean, look at this. Okay, he's on, that's not another striker. That's a winger, obviously. 19 starts, 17 subs, 13 goals, 4 assists. Not bad. That's why I brought him back. Dylan McGlade, 35-8, played a lot. 12-3. Anthony O'Reilly with 9 goals, 11 assists in that attacking midfield / advanced playmaker / takes all the free kicks kind of role. Zach O'Neill with a 7-3 on 20-14. Gary Buckley, 27-5, injury ridden. 15 assists for Gilmore. Ooh, tasty. Good pickup there. And then it kind of drops off. Average rating, Anthony O'Reilly was 7.3 on 30 starts. It's not like he had 3 starts. Like, that is legitimate. Brandon coming in with 13 starts, 3 subs. What was that, halfway through the season or towards 2/3 of the way through the season on a 7.17? Not bad. Gavin Wilkinson on a 7.16. 44 total appearances. My goodness. 30,105 minutes. Ooh, same thing. We got Harvey Gilmore 35.95 and Josh Collins on 33.05. So, oh my goodness, of course, he's got 48.90. I was like, who had 5,000 minutes? Adiyinka doing a good job. Dominic Bernard doing a good job. Buckley, Gilmore, Collins, O'Neill, Madden coming in 2/3 of the way through the season, right? Connor Lang. Walsh did okay. 4 starts, 4 subs. Not exactly a huge sample size, but 7.0. Don't talk about that. Hugh Douglas, okay. Joe broke his ankle. 16-5 at a 6.94 is not terrible. McGinnis, and then it kind of falls off. So when you look at this is what makes me nervous, is Houlihan on a 6.91. I guess I saw the 6.74, but he did all right. Worst rating, John O'Neill, don't worry about it. Frank only played 1 game. Fitzgerald hates me. Ledwidge is a youngster. Kalukas. Kavanaugh, it could be better, but, you know, he's young. He's 18. So overall, I think it's a pretty good showing from us. We do have this guy in on trial. Looks like definitely more we're pressing for, but can't concentrate, can't make a decision. Is below some of our other ones, so probably not going to end up signing him, you could say. I do want to show you, though. Let me show you Scott Kelly. I like to have seen a little bit more. I mean, we gave him 8 total appearances. We gave him some cup appearances. He did okay. I would like to see more contribution on the development side. We've got him working on this, and it just kind of is okay for 19 years old. He's here for another season. We'll have to see. He is definitely the backup. I mean, we could play Brandon in that attacking midfield role to back up O'Reilly because we have McGlade to kind of cover if he moves. Darren Walsh, though. Oh, yeah. We're going to offer him a contract, and we're going to take him off loan. Absolutely not. You are not going anywhere. Let's just go ahead and do it now, shall we? 250, you want 500? Sure, done. 2-year deal? Absolutely. I'm not going to give you a wage rise. I don't do any of that business. I'll give you more for clean sheets, though. How about that, boy? Boys is what I meant to say. I think that's solid, mate. Oh, come on. No, we're not. I'm not doing it, lads. I'm not doing it. I'll give you 50. Oh, you fickle. Fine, 270. I don't want to lose him, so sure, you'd be a hot part. 275, whatever. I think he's earned it. He's earned it through his appearances. Again, 3 subs, 6.7 is kind of hard to judge. He did well in the cups, and I'm impressed with his training. So I'm worried. Like, I don't know now. It's like, oh, full time. Made it, boys. Or if it, like, is that like dangling the carrot? Like, I can give you a contract. You got 1 more year. And he's like, I'm going to keep training. Is he going to keep training at the high level that he has been? Because he has improved quite nicely. Resolute. I mean, positioning, really bad. Everything else, though, quite good. Good pace. Composure and concentration going up, which is key in the center back role. He's got the acceleration and the pace to play the cover role for us. Can head a little bit. Mostly the positioning is the concern. But he looks good. Jack Ledwidge has kind of stalled out a little bit. Now, granted, we haven't played him as much, So that might be a concern, but he's on here for another year. And McGlade has kind of fallen off a little bit, so maybe he'll get some more chances next season. Adeyinka, he's done okay. He could still improve. He's fairly determined, 15 determination. I'd like to see a little bit more improvement from him, but he needs more game time. So we do have a bit of a problem from a game, like being able to play all these center backs, but that's, that's my own fault, and we'll have to figure it out. But we are going to lose Tierney, so there's whatever. What is that? 23 total appearances that we're going to lose. So Walsh can pick some of those up. Adeyinka can definitely pick more of those up. I think we need a midfielder, because if you look at the midfield, Wiltshire and O'Neill, Buckley and Houlihan. So we got 4, but there were definitely some times where it's like, I really want Fitzgerald to not be in a bad mood so we can play him, but he wasn't doing great. I didn't keep hardly any of the youth prospects. We brought these in. I kept David Byrne because he looks okay, but turns out he's not, Anthony O'Sullivan, left back, 16 to I tried to keep players. If I was going to take a chance on somebody, I wanted them to have high determination. So hopefully that improves the entire morale of this, or the determination level of the squad. I don't know if that's a thing, but we have had players who's like, oh, the general feeling around the squad has dropped their determination. So if I'm going to keep you, even though you're unambitious, you get 15 determination, you're actually 1 star. You're 16. Can you improve? Paul Dunn, right? Dave Lawless is a great name. 6 determination, but he actually looked like a pretty good player, so we've kept him. He just needs to work on his determination. Paul O'Keefe, surely it's O'Keefe and not O'Keefe. 6 determination, but again, he was one of the ones that actually looked pretty good. He's 6'1". Can he pull that up a little bit? Tony Byrne, 10 determination. So again, not great, but not terrible. Only issue, he's got his heading and physical, so the mentals, but he's 16, right? So can he improve? But if you look at the squad this way, right? Danny McVeigh could be a Fitzgerald, because I don't think Fitzgerald's going to want to sign a contract. I'm not going to try while we're recording, but you get Danny McVeigh, 14 determination. Doesn't really fit anywhere. Can't tackle, more of a support role, but he's terrible off the ball. Carolero maybe, but he can't tackle. Needs some work. James Flood, he's not going to play in the first team next year. That's definitely not happening, and his contract's up, so he's probably gone. Like we have a distinct, and after that, like that's literally it. Roddy Mullaney, who is okay, but probably not worth paying $250 a week for, right? Like, he's not strong. He's really got aggression and bravery, and that's it, and passing. But he's ball winning midfielder. How much is he really going to be passing if we especially put him on the defend, right? Do we keep Roddy Mullaney because he can take free kicks and cover right back, but we'd have to pay him and that's literally it. That's all that we have brought in. We have brought in a whole host of strikers and wingers. And Shane Clark, I guess I missed him. He's okay, but is with 5 and 5 on composure and concentration, and passing, do we really want to bring him into the first team? Probably not. So yeah, we got a bit of an issue at the U19 level from bringing people in. So that's why when I look at this, I'd like to find somebody else's U19 player that could back up Wiltshire, O'Neill, Buckley, and Houlihan. Maybe a one that has the mid/attacking midfield to go with Scott Kelly, who only knows the attacking midfield, to give us a little bit of a rotation option, something like that. I don't think it's urgent, but it would be nice because, right, if we have 4 like solid starters here in midfield, one of them goes down, or starter/backup rotation players, one of them goes down, and we have a run of games like that, it's going to be really challenging. But maybe you think I carried too many players anyway? Could be. So that's where we're at, my friends. Finances, $823,000 in the bank. Let's take a look at my profile. 16 on defending, 12 on attacking, 10 fitness. I'm a Continental A, $925 a week. You'd think they'd offer me a raise. We're now making $823,000, boys and girls. We're still not going to do training facilities, so that's disappointing. But maybe the next youth intake, because we've increased the budget for the junior coaching, maybe that'll improve a little bit. Let me know. Let me know what you think for next season. Where do you think we end up? Can we challenge for the title? Could we get into the Champions League? Can we make it to the group stage of the Europa League? Should I add all the European leagues in? I really don't want to. I know I asked that a while back. I haven't made a decision, but that would really slow the game down. I'll have to decide on that. Because you can't add everybody, right? Like, I just think this is hilarious. 9th place gets to the freaking Europa League. Great. I mean, we had Czech Republic. I love that takes you all the way to the top. We had, what is this? Macedonia, Croatia, Netherlands. Like, so do I add some of the major ones, like the Croatians and the Netherlands of the universe? I'm just worried about slowing the game down, to be honest with you. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the entire season. What do you think is going to happen next season? What do you think about the signing of that youngster? Would you change the tactic that we're using? Right now we're doing a 4-2-3-1, primarily gegenpress and control, and then in a really tough game, 4-4-2 counterattack. But now we got 2 really good strikers. Have we put ourselves in a pickle by doing that? Or should we completely change up how we play? Let me know. Hit the like button, my friends. We'll see you next season. We're going to do the transfer window, and then I'll probably do what I did last time where we get up until the end of the transfer window. So play the first 1 or 2 games. We'll see you then.